God says, this message is for you. Archangel Michael says, it's only for you. 5 minutes left. If you ignore this, I will never help again. Open it quickly. Do not try to skip this. This message is for you. Just for you. Don't look away. It's already too late to pretend you weren't meant to see this. I watched you from the very first cry, the moment your soul was wrapped in light and clothed in flesh. I saw you the night you wept alone, asking me if I was real, asking me if I cared. I never left. I never looked away. But now is the time I've waited for. This moment is sacred. This message is divine. And you, beloved, are not allowed to ignore it anymore. You felt the heaviness on your chest for too long. That pressure was not confusion, it was me. It was truth trying to enter you. You were never abandoned. You were never forgotten. But you were deceived. And now I rip away the veil. I am God, and I am speaking. I am not speaking to your neighbor. I am not speaking to the ones you think are better than you. I am not speaking to the ones you think deserve miracles more. I am speaking only to you. This is the message your soul has cried out for while you were smiling on the outside and collapsing on the inside. You've said, God, just give me one clear sign, and this message is that sign. I'm not whispering. I'm shouting into your very spirit, listen now. Listen now, or everything you're afraid of will remain, and worse, it will multiply. You think you've seen delay, but you haven't seen delay. I've only been preparing the moment where nothing could stop me. And that moment is now. You will see massive change. You will not be the same. But this depends on your choice in the next 5 minutes. Because this isn't just a message, it's a divine doorway. And if you ignore it, the door will close, and you will not hear this voice again for a long time. I am not threatening you. I am warning you because I love you. Because I still have plans for your life. Because I still call you chosen when everyone else called you broken. Because I still speak destiny over you when all you feel is defeat. Archangel Michael says, I have been standing beside you. I've battled in the unseen to keep you from destruction. You almost gave up. You almost surrendered to voices that wanted you dead. But I was sent to guard you because God said, don't let them fall. But now the command is different. Now God says, they must choose. This is your hour of decision. Do not scroll away. Do not pretend you're too busy. Your soul knows this is real. Your soul is trembling because it recognizes the voice of the one who made you. This is the moment hell feared. Because if you obey this message, if you receive it fully, the grip on your life breaks. The fear dies. The confusion melts. And power returns to your name. I, God, am pouring fire through these words. Fire to wake up the parts of you that have been sleeping. You've walked around numb. You've laughed while dying. But I've come to pull you out. This is not about religion. This is not about performance. This is about the fact that your name has always been written in fire and you forgot. This is about remembering. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to follow the crowd. That's why your soul always felt out of place. That's why the things that worked for others always failed for you. I didn't design you to copy them, I designed you to change everything. But you believed the lie that you were too late. You believed the lie that too much damage had been done. You believed the lie that no one saw you. I saw you. I saw you when you whispered, God, if you're real, I can't do this anymore. I saw you when you pressed your hand against your chest and said, why does it hurt so much? I saw you when you wanted to walk away from everything. I saw the tears no one else did. I saw you in the dark. I saw you in the silence. I saw you in the storm. And I say to you now, I'm not finished. I'm not done writing your story. I'm not letting the enemy have you. I'm not letting depression steal you. I'm not letting the lies hold you. I'm not letting you die in the middle of the promise. You asked for proof. This is it. You asked for a miracle. This is it. You asked for me to break through. This is it. This is the voice you've needed. This is the shift you've waited for. This is the rescue. Don't you dare scroll away. Don't you dare pretend this isn't your moment. You already know this is different. You already feel the electricity rising in your chest. That's not emotion. That's me. God says, I chose you. Not when you were perfect. Not when you were holy. Not when you had everything together. I chose you when you were bleeding. I chose you when you were failing. I chose you when you cursed my name. I chose you when you hid under the covers and begged for silence. And I still choose you now. I don't change my mind. Archangel Michael says, I am standing here right now, commanding the forces around your life. This is a final call. Not because you're forgotten, but because you're remembered. You were born for more than suffering. You were born for more than heartbreak. And I've been watching over your soul, waiting for the green light to give you this message. And now, the gates have opened. 5 minutes. That's all you have before distraction tries to rip this away from you. 5 minutes before you go back to pretending it's all fine. But you know better now. Don't scroll. Don't run. Stay here. Let this enter you. God says, you're about to lose people who were never with you. That's part of the change. You're about to see the truth about people, systems, and lies that kept you bound. I will tear down everything built on fear. I will burn away every false identity. I will not let you worship at the altar of what others think anymore. You've been a prisoner too long. And I never called you that. You are not abandoned. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not unworthy. You are mine. And I still breathe over you. I still place fire in your bones. I still place glory on your name. You carry more than you've ever known. That's why the attacks were so violent. That's why your life seemed harder than others. That's why you felt like giving up so often. Because hell saw your light before you did. But now I wake it up. I speak to your bones, live. I speak to your faith, rise. I speak to your heart, be healed. I speak to your mind, be still. I speak to your soul, remember who you are. This is not just encouragement. This is resurrection. This is God pulling you from the grave of excuses and regret. This is the fire you begged for. Archangel Michael says, I will personally go before you. The next season of your life has already been carved out. Doors will open that no man can shut. But if you ignore this, I will not be sent again. This is not a message to save for later. This is not a message to share before you obey. This is a sacred collision between heaven and your soul. Do not walk away. You have one chance to receive this. And if you do, everything shifts. God says, the blessing that's coming will look nothing like your past. I'm breaking patterns. I'm destroying cycles. I'm removing every imitation of love that tried to take my place. You will be lonely for a moment, but only to prepare you for divine alignment. The ones coming into your life next will not destroy you. They will breathe with you. They will honor me. You don't need to fix yourself before I move. You don't need to earn what I already gave you. You don't need to beg for what I've already decided is yours. Receive this now. The world is shaking. The timelines are speeding up. And you have been marked as a changer of reality. Don't you remember what I whispered to you in the dream? Don't you remember the childlike hope you used to carry? Don't you remember the fire you used to feel when you prayed? I'm bringing God says, you must understand something that was hidden from you for so long. What you carry is not ordinary. That ache you felt, that spiritual weight, that sense that you were created for something massive, it wasn't a fantasy. It wasn't a delusion. It was me calling you, marking you, choosing you before the foundation of the world. You are not a random accident. You are not just another person passing through time. You are my chosen instrument for this generation. You thought I passed you by. You thought others got the anointing while you got the leftovers. You thought I skipped you. But I was hiding you. I was preserving you for this moment. I allowed rejection because I was redirecting you. I allowed heartbreak because I was breaking the idols. I allowed delay because premature promotion would have crushed you. I allowed the silence so you would only hunger for my voice. Archangel Michael says, the ones who hurt you are now being moved out of position. The warfare you faced wasn't just because of your mistakes. It was because of your mantle. The enemy saw your potential and sent assassins early. But I have guarded you from every plot of destruction. I have watched over your name. I have warred in dimensions you cannot see to protect what God has planted in you. You don't even know how many nights you almost died. You don't even realize how close the grave came to your soul. But I stood with a flaming sword, declaring, not this one. Not now. Not ever. Because you are royal in the spirit. You carry legacy in your blood. You are called to raise the dead, heal the broken, deliver the bound, and speak my word with authority. God says, the world will try to reduce you to labels, your past, your failures, your trauma, but I call you by your true name. And that name is not failure. That name is not broken. That name is not forgotten. That name is redeemed. That name is chosen. That name is mine. Stop letting your memories argue with my promises. Stop letting guilt speak louder than grace. Stop letting delay define your destiny. Stop letting opinions outrank my voice. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the hour to blend in. This is the moment to rise. I have already gone before you. I have already defeated what tried to defeat you. I have already broken the curse that tried to bind your bloodline. You keep asking me, God, when will it change? And I say to you, the moment you believe me. The moment you receive this message. The moment you stop playing small. Because what comes next will require courage. Yes, it will cost you. Yes, it will offend some. Yes, you will have to let go of familiar pain. But I will be with you in the fire. And I will turn that fire into glory. Archangel Michael says, you don't see what I see. I see demons trembling every time you start to wake up. I see the enemy panicking every time you remember you have authority. You were always the threat. That's why your childhood was targeted. That's why your relationships were sabotaged. That's why your confidence was attacked. Because if you ever believed who you are, hell would have no defense. And now, that time has come. You are starting to remember. You are starting to awaken. You are starting to break through every lie. And there is nothing the enemy can do to stop you if you say yes. Yes to healing. Yes to freedom. Yes to divine assignments. Yes to walking away from counterfeit approval. Yes to stepping into power without apology. God says, I've waited for this moment like a father waits for the return of a long-lost child. Not with anger. Not with punishment. But with a feast and a robe and a ring. You are royalty coming home. You are glory returning to its origin. You are destiny breaking the chains of delay. You still don't see it, but I do. I see you speaking and atmospheres shifting. I see you walking and demons fleeing. I see you praying and heaven bending to listen. I see you declaring and creation responding. You are not ordinary. You are not common. You are not lost. You are anointed. And my anointing does not expire. It does not wear off with age. It does not get weaker when others mock you. It does not disappear when you feel tired. It burns even brighter in your weakness. It shines even louder in your tears. It moves even deeper when you feel like giving up. Because I do not need your strength, I need your surrender. I don't need you to perform. I need you to believe. I don't need you to impress me. I need you to say yes. Archangel Michael says, this message is sealed in heaven with fire. If you obey, a shift will happen within the next 7 days. You'll feel it before you see it. But it will come. And it will begin with separation. I must separate you from what no longer serves your purpose. I must remove what has become toxic. Do not grieve the loss. Rejoice for what's coming. Because what is ahead of you is holy. You've cried enough. You've doubted enough. You've played small long enough. Now take your place. Take your sword. Take your identity. God says, the earth is groaning for the sons and daughters to rise. And you are one of them. You were never meant to live a life of mediocrity. You were never meant to merely survive. You were born to reign. You were born to intercede. You were born to carry my presence in a dark generation. This is your assignment. This is your mantle. This is your moment. And yes, there is still time. You have not missed it. You are not too old. You are not too far gone. Even now I am redeeming the years. Even now I am restoring the time you thought was wasted. Even now I am multiplying what you thought was lost. But you must respond. You must stop scrolling. You must stop arguing with what your spirit already knows is true. You must lift your hands and say, I receive it. I surrender. I will obey. And when you do, I will flood your life with clarity. I will cause angels to surround your home. I will activate every dormant gift. I will open doors that were once dead-bolted. I will bring you into the rooms you were never invited to. I will place crowns where there were once curses. I will pour out blessings that make no logical sense. Because I am not bound by what they said about you. I am only moved by what I placed inside you. And that fire is still there. That fire is still burning. That fire cannot be put out by failure. That fire cannot be buried by trauma. That fire cannot be destroyed by the enemy. Because I lit it myself. I placed it in your soul before time began. You've walked through enough wilderness. Now walk into the promise. You've wept enough. God says, you have no idea how close you are. You think it's still far off. You think you have to wait another season. But I say to you, it's already at the door. It's already moving in your direction. The shift has already begun. The moment you received this message, the shift started. What you feel right now isn't just emotion. It's confirmation. It's your spirit responding to my spirit. It's heaven unlocking something that has been sealed for too long. This is the confirmation you begged for in secret. You asked me to be loud. So here I am, loud. Clear. Unmistakable. Speaking directly to the part of you that stopped hoping. But I tell you, hope again. Hope against hope. Hope even when you don't see it. Because what I'm about to do in your life will exceed every expectation. I'm not just giving you what you asked for, I'm giving you what you didn't even know you needed. I'm going deeper than the prayers you spoke aloud. I'm answering the cries you whispered into your pillow when no one was around. I know what they did to you. I know what was said. I know how it shaped your view of me and of yourself. But I am coming to rewrite that story. I am the author, and I do not let trauma have the final chapter. I do not let betrayal write your ending. I do not let pain become your identity. You are more than what you went through. You are more than what you lost. You are more than what they called you. I call you mine. Archangel Michael says, there has been a war in the heavenlies over your voice. The enemy tried to silence you before you ever spoke. That's why you struggled to speak up. That's why you were constantly second-guessing yourself. That's why you kept shrinking around others. Because your voice holds weight. Your voice shakes darkness. And heaven is backing your voice with fire. You're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You're not too emotional. You're sensitive in the spirit because you were built for intercession. You feel so much because you were made to carry burdens that others can't. But you've been trying to numb what I called sacred. And I'm here to awaken it again. Let the tears fall. That's holy water. That's healing. That's release. That's your spirit remembering who it is. God says, you don't need another motivational video. You don't need another person to validate you. You don't need more proof. You need to trust that I chose you. That I placed something inside you the world has never seen before. You are not just called to follow. You are called to lead. And I have assigned angels to walk with you as you move forward. You're going to feel things shift even when you say nothing. You're going to walk into rooms and atmospheres will change. You're going to lay hands and healing will flow. You're going to speak and demons will flee. Because this isn't about charisma. This is about power. And power belongs to me. And I have given it to you. Archangel Michael says, I am placing a sword in your hand. Not a sword of violence, but a sword of truth. With it, you will cut through every lie that has tried to bury you. Every generational curse. Every soul tie. Every mental chain. Every fear. Every trauma. Every secret torment. This is not the season for hiding. This is the season for rising. You will be misunderstood. You will be mocked. You will be questioned. But none of that matters. Because heaven is watching. Because angels are surrounding. Because the King has already approved you. God says, I will restore you in front of those who thought it was over for you. I will bless you in the very places you were rejected. I will cause promotion to fall on you in front of those who laughed at your pain. Not because I want revenge, but because I want to vindicate my name in your story. I told you I would make all things new. I told you I would turn mourning into dancing. I told you I would bring rivers in the desert. You thought I forgot, but I was preparing the stage. And now, you must step into the spotlight I created for your testimony. Stop apologizing for surviving. Stop minimizing your pain. Stop explaining your glow. You've been through fire and you don't even smell like smoke. You've been in the wilderness and came out with power. You've been in silence and now you carry a sound. And that sound will shake everything dead around you. Archangel Michael says, there is something ancient inside you. Something eternal. Something that predates your body. That divine core, your spirit, has been waiting for this moment to be ignited. And now the flame is rising again. And there's nothing hell can do to extinguish it. Do not fear the isolation. I am removing people not to punish you, but to protect the oil. Not everyone can go with you. Not everyone can handle the anointing. Not everyone is loyal to your destiny. Some only loved your wounds. Some only loved your silence. Some only loved your weakness. But I am surrounding you with those who love your voice. Who love your mission. Who love your God. God says, prepare. Not by worrying. Not by striving. But by praising. Because praise is your weapon. Worship is your warfare. Thanksgiving is your doorway. Stop complaining and start decreeing. You're not a victim, you're a vessel. You're not barely hanging on, you're about to overflow. I am sending sudden provision. Sudden favor. Sudden clarity. sudden confirmation. And when it happens, it will be swift. Like lightning. Like a wind that breaks through everything stale. You will feel the breath of heaven rush through your life. And when it comes, do not shrink. Do not apologize. Do not overthink. Just walk in it. The time for delay is over. The time for shame is over. The time for regret is over. Now is the time for glory. Now is the time for movement. Now is the time for manifestation. Archangel Michael says, if you obey this message and respond in faith, you will begin to see doors swing open that no man could open. You will find yourself walking in territories that others only dreamed of. Because you said yes when it was hard. Because you chose obedience over comfort. Because you chose surrender over self. This message is your moment. Do not ignore it. Do not say, maybe later. Do not say, but I'm not ready. Because readiness isn't a feeling, it's obedience. God says, the next 30 days will be sacred. You will see acceleration. You will feel things breaking. You will see people removed. You will receive instructions. And you will know, beyond all doubt, that I have remembered you. This message is sealed with my authority. It carries the weight of my word. Do not scroll past it like it's just another post. It is holy. It is divine. It is personal. It is yours. You are still here because I'm not finished. You are still breathing because the miracle is not over. You are still standing because I've placed too much in you to let you fall now. This is the turning point. This is the moment you'll look back on and say, that's when everything changed. That's God Ward.